2011, Carlisle Academy Integrative Equine Therapy and Sports was born, founded by my husband and myself on our farm in Lyman, Maine. The history of Carlisle Academy really is a 12-year history because we started out as the Equine Therapeutic Riding Program in 1998. The Academy really is a place where education is at the center of all that we do.
Watch out for Zach's feet. And you tell me what part of the foot this is. Remember what this is called?
We have intentionally opened up the Academy to be more inclusive, a more inclusive riding environment where we're not just doing therapy and adaptive programs, but we're also adding sports and education programs, as well as our leadership, training and leadership programs that allow us to educate people in the field with certifications and workshops.
Spring Creek Farm is two turn-of-the-century farms that Sarah and I were happily able to put together over the years. It comprises about 150 acres of forest, field, and a couple different streams and ponds. All of that land is in support of the programs and the horses that live on the farm here. Of those 150 acres, we actively farm about half of it. About 70 acres is in hay production, supporting the 20 or so horses that live on the farm.
Carlisle Academy is a premier accredited program through the National Association for Therapeutic Horseback Riding Programs, and we have program accreditation in hippotherapy, therapeutic driving, and adaptive riding.
In our hippotherapy program, you'll see young children, as young as 2, with very involved disabilities. Some have walkers, some are not ambulatory at all, some are in wheelchairs. And when they get on a horse, honestly, those disabilities fall away.
Lisa's been riding at Carlisle Academy for about 2 years. This is her 3rd year. She's 5 years old. She has cerebral palsy, spastic diplegia. And when she first started here, she was using a walker. She couldn't stand up on her own. Within a few weeks, she transitioned to crutches, and now she barely uses them at all. I've seen huge improvements with her walking and her balance.
One of the new developments with Carlisle Academy that's very deliberately created is the para-equestrian program here. The USPEA, which is our national para-equestrian program in this country, is really a growing program. We've hosted several clinics now, one with Hanneke Gerritsen from Holland, who is a technical delegate within the FEI for para-equestrian. Wonderful to have a woman of her caliber here on the farm, helping some of our regional and national para-equestrians who are looking for a more competitive track, who are trying to see how far they can take their own equestrian sport.
I think the last 2 years, it's really growing. And I think there are a lot of people around who are investing time and energy and money, maybe, to develop the sport, and I think that's necessary. It is a sport. It costs, of course, a lot of money. But you need, because the sport is on such a high standard these days, you need good horses, and it's not the horse from the neighbor you can ride, as it has been before, or maybe on borrowed horses. In my eyes, that's an extra handicap for a handicapped person.
I've been a lifelong equestrian since the time I could walk and talk, and I was involved in dressage and 3-day eventing for years. 9 years ago, I became the 3rd person in my family diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, which is a neurologic disorder. And I thought that that was the end of the road for me in terms of a competitive riding career. I totally embrace the fact that Carlisle Academy has created a venue for riders like myself to pursue our goals. And my current goal is to try to make a slot on Team USA for London in 2012.
It is no longer therapy for them. This is the sport that they love, that they want to excel in, that they're choosing. And so we want to be there with adaptive equipment if necessary, with appropriate horses, and with appropriate facilities to support the riders as they come through in this country, to support that effort, because it's a really, really exciting endeavor, and we're happy to be a part of it.
As long as I can still ride, I'm okay.
The recreational side of Carlisle Academy really has two tracks. We have competitive riders coming in for regular training for dressage training as well as jumping. And we also have recreational riders who want to just improve their riding skills and enjoy themselves and gain confidence. Wednesday night jump night is a lot of fun. And it's really to build our community and learn some skills. Everybody cheers each other on. It's a lot of fun.
When Carlisle Academy was created in 2011, we made the decision to create what is now called the Equine Foundation to raise scholarships for people with special needs participating at Carlisle Academy who would otherwise not be able to afford tuition.
To see the pride and to see her out there just trotting around is breathtaking, but to then reflect back on a child that I didn't know if she would walk or crawl or be able to hold her head up, and just to see how each of her needs have been addressed through the years has really been a gift for the entire family. We wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for the scholarship, and we are grateful every time we come here. We want to give back and contribute because we know how much this has changed their lives and our lives, and we're grateful for everybody that helps to make that happen. So thank you.
So the mission of Carlisle Academy is to transform lives through horses. And everybody that is here on the farm has that affinity and has that interest and desire to make a difference with using horses as essentially their medium. It could be for physical rehabilitation, it could be for joy and recreation, it could be for emotional benefit or healthy communication. There are many things you can do in this environment, and the horse is really an incredible animal to work with. You know, it's a 1,000-pound animal who commands our presence. And it's a very in the moment and also integrative activity. It employs mind, body, and spirit connection.